as Atlas would say. Let's see what is going to be the support choice here on the side of Lehens. Well, it's just Blitzcrank.
Yeah, like, oh, Doran, I don't know about that. But he had actually his best performance on this pick into Tier 1. It also means that Sejuani is something to play for, which we are always, you know, really big haters of a couple of patches.
Find answers and they can get picks. Otherwise, they might just run away with the game. Let's hop into the rift for game number 1.
Here for Hanwha Life. And it also is looking likely that Gen.G is going to commit to the lane swap, which should not come as a surprise. Peanut, however, is not aware of this fact.
Okay. He's just going to flash away. Some stuff going. I just feel like in a lane swap meta, it can be a bit rough to expect to get a lot of value out of this combo, especially when Gen.G are extremely comfortable.
So Gen.G are taking a decent loss when it comes to the gold, but they are not quite. And look at this, actually, he hasn't skilled anything yet. So just waiting, seeing if he is going to have to like use his W, bait something out.
Yeah, you saw that hook almost hit him. He still didn't skill anything. So just ice cold from this man. And now we got a TP coming in. Already 3 plates going the way, but now we got a dive here. Lehens in a lot of trouble. He's going to have to flash into the turret, but the damage is there. Down he goes. First blood given over to Viper.
Really well is get early advantage through lane swaps and then turn that into very early objective leads, because they are the ones first to the objective. And it's actually flipped on its head now.
But Hanwha Life Esports, they have a different way to deal with the Ezreal, and that's to send 4 people bot. And we'll see if it works out. And they're just going to deal with the Lehens once again. Nice hook into the turret, though, as Peanut does get low, but it does not matter. Pay's going to kill. Actually, Delight, and now Toby's here. And this dive is going absolutely wrong for the side of Hanwha Life Esports. They get that initial kill, but it was just a bait for the carries to get fed. He's in a bit of trouble here. Doesn't have to flash. Keen getting pretty low. Under the turret, just going to smack it down. Gets the 1v1. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, Canyon and Lehens getting bullied away. So
of early damage as we take another look at this play from Doran's POV.
Stops the back and then Keen just commits to it.
Yeah, Keen using his W there.
Nice.
To
he gets the what?
shove back.
I die to this, he says.
Yeah. As the teleport comes in, maybe looking for a dive here. Only TP on Pays.
Yeah. Keen does not have Ghost, but he's just going to walk away. But the issue with this is that Hanwha Life Esports are getting so much value out of the plates. And now Delight does come in. He's only level 5, and that can be canceled. But Hanwha Life Esports, nice map movements here to come up and just gather a bunch of plates for their team in the top lane.
There's also still a Blitzcrank in this game, which, oh, thank you.
Yeah, yeah, Nautilus is not very tanky right now, so he's just going to have to flash away.
Then when you just put it over the wall of the river, but it still is going to give you a pretty good estimation and allows you to fish for these hooks. And that flash force is going to be enough to get the Herald here for Gen.G.
Also, the Mountain Soul is very valuable in this game for both teams, so you would imagine they'd fight over it, but at the moment it's just kind of Peanut hanging around. So no TP from Doran yet. I would assume he goes for it, but the Maokai ultimate zones him away, and it goes to Blitzcrank of all people. Peanut's in there alone, and now we got TPs, but the bullet time is huge. But look at this one, pulls Doran into the team, allows him to get a kill and get out. So Keen still not enjoying that matchup, but the Drake did go over to Gen.G, which I'm sure Hanwha Life Esports not going to be too happy about.
And we're also going to slowly get to the point where Zeka is going to be a really big deal. Catch on Peanut.
Yeah, Peanut's kind of just in the middle of nowhere. They have so much CC, and they pull him into the Ezreal. He flashes, and he gets all outed out of the dash. Meanwhile, we got a Rift Herald in mid. As we're going to do a bit of damage here to this turret, doesn't look like Gen.G are going to stay, especially because Gen.G, or rather Doran, has so much pressure in the side lane. No, it wouldn't have. Little note, it was kind of fun to, well, I'm not going to be able to talk about any little notes as we got a big Doran in the side lane. They're trying to get on top of him, but he's Jax as the turret, the TP, it gets denied.
Oh?
Or actually, never mind. Zeka does get in there, and now they're trying to turn this one around, and it is going to be big for Hanwha. They get the 1 kill. Keen's on the run, and we got 4 members of Gen.G here trying to take this fight and trying to get out. Peanut looking for the engage, but he's so low as now Delight going to flash in. He gets that reliable Nautilus engage, and there's more going the way of Hanwha Life Esports. A lot of low health bars though. Gen.G trying to turn this one around. So many low members of Hanwha Life Esports, but just not enough vision and no frontline for Gen.G. 3 kills go to Hanwha Life. Nice, but 1 hook isn't enough. Lens is looking again, as seems like they might want to give this one over to Hanwha. Bit of burst damage comes in. The hook is not going to hit Peanut. And HLE Esports to get the Drake, they get out. And they should be very happy about their current spot in this game.
Really are. Don't know what the smaller stacks are at, as we are sieging mid.
Might be able to get this one, but Mom comes down and denies it. And the knockback not going to happen, but now the counter engage comes out, and the bullet time is huge. Look at that damage on a Canyon, as in goes Zeka, assassinates Canyon. And that's 2 more kills and maybe a Baron to Hama Life.
Stellar job.
I mean, that mid-fight, once again, Gen G are doing things that have worked against many a team, including Hama Life Esports themselves in the regular season. Now with Maokai Ultimate down to push in the bottom lane.
So they need like a crazy hook from Lehens or something.
Well, clear the wave with Mom, and I mean, they need an engage. Here we go, the bullet time. Canyon is so tanky, though. They're trying to turn it on a Peanut, but the burn coming out from the smolder is huge. Peanut getting very low. This Pace really wanted to punish that one. Not going to happen. Keen, again, doesn't really exist. Doran just kind of making this top matchup look extremely one-sided. And now even FaZe can't really stand under this turret. So finally, HLE Esports are going to pick up some structures from this Rebel Baron power play. They get the bot inner, they get the mid. Not getting the hook, you essentially don't exist, right, as Blitzcrank. So I do wonder what Gen G are going to do about this. They saw Lehens backing. So it really just comes down to, can they go steal? They're not even going to try. It's another Mountain Drake over to Hanwha Life. Did I curse him? That is the only question I have. Doran in a lot of trouble. There are 4 members of Gen G in the bottom lane trying to predict the flash here. Doran, though, cannot flash the twisted advance, and it's a shutdown and a ton of gold to Chovy.
Nice little bit. Be able to get it, though, is Hasty TPing the mid. And I think Gen G trying to push out these waves so that they can at least have a little bit, just a crumb of Baron vision.
I think they're doing a pretty good job for now, but Peanut thinks he's okay. The hook comes in onto the 2 tanky members, and Lehens is just dead. Delight, he survives, he gets the ult off, and now Peanut is getting pretty low, and Chovy trying to frontline. It's not going to work out. He gets immediately burned down, incinerated by the smolder, and now FaZe, he's on the run. He cannot deal with this Jax. He's got another E, though, and that's going to get him away, but another big fight win to HLE Esports.
Barring a miracle, Kenyon doesn't even have his flash. I don't think there's any way that he's going to be able to get in the pit.
Unless they let him. But, yeah, the light's going to come in. That's a kill onto Doran, but it's just 1 kill. The Rebel Baron power play here for the side of HLE Esports going to be much, much better. And let's see, an ult comes in on the Canyon. He's a Maokai, but it doesn't matter. They just have way too much damage, and the Maokai ultimate does come out, but they're not going to have any follow-up after that, and they don't deny the kill on the Canyon either.
Also, wouldn't mind a smolder ban if in the next game, because that pick, look, the front line, yes, they were already behind, but you're playing it at full AD, and it just doesn't matter, and Hanwha Life about to end it here.
Yeah, they're trying to do exactly that. Doran able to frontline at this point. He is just so tanky and so far ahead. As they're going to take out the 1 Nexus turret. They need another wave before they do actually get in and finish the job. But with the Mountain Drake up and the Mountain Soul available in 30 seconds, they're just going to try to back and go for that.
So that he can TP towards the play.
Lens is trying to be his teakiest self.
They can just give this up.
Yeah, true.
They would want to.
But HLE Esports, they say, no, we're very far ahead. We can chip damage with the smolder. Doran's got a fantastic angle, and the Sed's ultimate doesn't do much, but now it's just a flip. Chovy is in the pin. It does go the way of HLE Esports, though. They get the soul. FaZe in a lot of trouble. Down will go Maokai. Down will go Lehens. And the wallets are just too heavy, as there's the execution. 4 kills for HLE Life alongside of that Mountain Soul. And they're going to be looking to put the cap on this game number 1.
A standout game here from HLE Life. Start off with the early aggression. Never let Gen G get to those team fights where they are so strong. And in this first game, the prep from HLE Life very clearly working out. And the form that we already saw against T1 is continued.
That it is, game number 1. Easily into the hands of HLE Esports.
Nowhere to be seen. Lots of upfront burst. Viper ends up topping the damage chart, but it really felt like HLE Life, with a draft that we were like, okay, can work. But the execution was amazing. And, you know, there was the one moment early on where they had the play that backfired.
Pretty good into Leona, but Leona just picked for its power here, for its ability to get some really consistent engage alongside of it. That is kind of Delight's calling card as well, so kind of makes sense that they pick it up in this spot. From Delight and Viper.
Yeah, good early trade to come through here from the Hanwha Life bot lane. Obviously not too much of an issue for Lehens. Yeah, there we see so.
Zeka is taking a decent trade, but here's the dive. Viper getting pretty low. The Ignite is in. His first blood going over to Callisto, but now the turnaround's here. And at the end of the day, I mean, they take out Viper. He's denied all of this farm, and the TP is also used by Doran.
Yeah, definitely a really big win here for Gen G because farmed up.
This is the issue about playing Yone into this is Lehens. Wow, going to trade flashes here with Peanut. That is a trade up for Gen G and getting stacks, and Zeka isn't really doing anything at this point in time.
Really isn't, and oh, look at the bot lane wave state as well. This is a kind of a nightmare scenario where you are playing in a 2v2 that is heavily lopsided. Already a colossal amount of gold that's going to go into Gen G, so I think Hanwha Life are basically forced to dive here as Keen. Oh boy.
Well, that wasn't really the dive you were looking for. I mean, they can still try to go for it again. Keen trying to pull the wave and going on to Viper. He knows he really doesn't have anywhere to go, so decides to get aggressive with it and just goes down.
Maybe not now though.
Yeah. It helps that he's not Nasus as well.
Oh, reinforcements are on the way. Might be a bait. Oh, ends the show.
Oh, they try to go on a canyon. He's just in Italy. And the bailout comes in, but they're not going to get a takedown. The kill goes to Peanut. And now a massive bullet time goes to Hanwha Life. Viper with the perfect positioning. And Hanwha Life Esports, it was like the next one-up. They knew that Gen G were going to be there, and they collapsed immediately.
For both the team and I think the region as a whole, do note that Paze is monstrously strong. Level 8 right now, basically a solo laner when it comes to the experience, and they do have the Renata ultimate, so Hanwha Life taking a bit of a gamble here.
Oh, the aggressive TP, but they're trying to go forward. Everything misses for Hanwha Life, and now Zeka gets hand shook, and he gets shaken down to the ground, taken down, and Delight as well. This engage goes horrifically wrong for Hanwha, and Gen G are looking to punish Viper. A million sticks in, Amiga's taken down. It is 4 kills to the side of Gen G plus a dragon, and Gen G slap them down just like that.
All things are looking up. They are able to still get to the required amount of grubs because Canyon after that play immediately went towards top side and only got a single one. So that's a nice little win for Hanwha Life.
It's cleansable CC for Leona. And you mentioned it. The second the cleanse comes in, it's just kind of over for Hanwha Life Esports as Jovi's just going to kind of face check and die. Will he die, actually? Couple of damage could go into him and take him down. One auto from Peanut will get the kill, but Peanut might have to pay for it as Paze is just huge. Going to pick up his 3rd kill as well.
And it's not something that's very fun to play into as Hanwha Life. I don't know about this. I do. Don't. Yeah, they seem.
Do you or don't you, Chronicler?
They've made the same conclusion, and fortunately, decide the better of it.
Yeah. Definitely a good call. I think if you have a better setup and you're able to catch someone, then maybe, but very nice.
Hanwha Life, their composition, I again want to remind you, I think the initial setup has to be good. That's a great start, as Paze does just kind of face tank that. Does have some sustain, but
I feel like this is happening to Gen G a lot, where they're kind of just running into things. They're extremely confident to just go in, as now, speaking of which, Delight gonna get handshook, he's just dead. And just like that, Hanwha Life Esports lose pretty much their most important tool when it comes to the engage, and now they're gonna have to give up a 3rd Drake to Gen G. It's Ocean Soul, it's not the biggest deal, but for Gen G, they're gonna happily just walk away with the soul if you give it to them.
Yeah, 17 minutes, very early.
This is a very different Cassante, but we'll see if they can get it done with 3 members as, yeah, he's just going to be taking down the sheer damage from these 3.
The rest of his teammates. And he just has to kind of accept that this is his fate in life. Nice catch there by Hanwha Life. Doesn't mean the mid lane turret is going to go down because that was a 3-man investment towards that bot side.
Yep. And Gen G really capitalizing on that. You saw Viper had the bullet time to wave, so not really able to push them off the turret afterwards. It's at 189.
Oh, Fate's Call being attempted to get a catch on Peanut there, but he does just make it out. That ult alone, probably not going to be enough. really this Baron hit as well, I feel like that's the dream for Renata. Being able to...
Trying to go in on a Peanut here. That is a very nice ult from the side of Lahan's door and flashing in, trying to make something happen on a pace, but he's just hopping forward, hops into Leona, and he's got the bailout, so he's not scared. Gets another kill, but now he's super low and they can't take him out. Delight, he gets bitten in another huge handshake from the side of Lahan's. And Genji, they just chop him down.
This kid is crazy, Valdez! This ups into like 4 people!
He's nuts!
With the bailout! And the last time I saw Pace have a Kalista performance like this, nobody was talking about him. Might be a little bit different this time around as the Baron gets started up.
Yeah, and it's very early on, but it's only Zeka who's here. So it is a free Baron. You got the tankiness, you've got the Kalista. It's an easy take out of this. Kalista with 2.5 items.
Genji have the Baron empowered recalls.
Oh god, the engage Renata, but very nice buffer from Zach.
Yeah, but now that cooldown is gone. Like, that's one of your big wombo combos. We'll see if Viper and Peanut can pull it back.
I mean, they have to try to stop this one. They don't want to give Ocean Soul over. Zeka gets the knock up here on a Chovy, but that is Smolder, level 14.
Oh, the burn!
Yeah, the burn already coming through. It's online in 22 minutes, and the Ocean Drake does go to Genji. And now they're just ripping him apart in this team fight. It is not a close one as they get the execution. Double kill for Pays as well. And even King gets to have just a smidgen of fun as he picks up a kill of his own, his first of the game. But yeah, Genji have really just run away with this one.
Some really big mispositions of the key carries on Genji. I think this one is just kind of donezo. As
I feel like Doran is just dead.
Yeah.
I mean, with red buff here as well, I mean, he is Dominus and Renekton, but just too far behind. He doesn't have flash either. He's trying to slice and dice. That is a missed spear, but it just doesn't matter.
No, the space is like... How was it? Oh, love.
Oh.
Wait, yeah, the red reset.
Well, I think Peanut might die anyway, as they don't necessarily have to dive this turret, but they will. And you know what? Why not? As he is legendary, as he hits now his 9th kill.
Vernon just doesn't really feel like it's relevant.
Let's listen in. He wants someone to peek him, and they do.
Okay.
I'm gonna go for this.
예, 정리했어.
Tank for me as Zonius.
파운드.
This makes him a really scary team. I mean, Genji haven't been challenged very much, and some teams would collapse when they finally get challenged, but Genji are not that team. It's a very nice lineup here from Zeka, but he's all alone. So yeah, it looked really cool, and you know, I'm sure the Yone fans out there are clapping their hands, but that doesn't do anything. And they can't really do anything. I'm not really blaming him, but at the end of the day, I don't think it's quite Pobe, but it's getting close, as now the engage is just going to come out and the light just dies. And guess what? Doran also just dies. Hololive Esports do not get to fight in this game. They do not get to play the game anymore. The gold lead isn't that gigantic, but it feels like it's 10,000 more than it actually is. The top lane Nexus turret nearly falls and will be just barely saved.
It's fine, Valdez. Yeah, it's a strong turret.
The Nexus hasn't fallen
that
yet.
will defend the Nexus for the foreseeable future. I think last game we had and I think Genji have earned that. We had a lot of faith in Genji to maybe pull it back.
Yep.
Ooh, little window there. Could have been stolen by Peanut if he was allowed near the pit, which he wasn't. Maybe Elder Flip for the fun? Come on, Jet. No, then.
Genji don't like fun, they like winning, okay? And yeah, it does look like they are going to win this game number 2, unless Hololive Esports have some miraculous surge of gold in this one. But Genji gonna do it the old tutorial way, take out every single inhibitor and every single engage tool that the side of Hololive Esports have. They've already taken out Delight as the Zyra ult comes in, tries to disengage for them, and Pays is still just hopping forward. A lot of damage has been done to the non-main characters in this game on the side of Genji, but not much has been done to deal with Pays, as has the bailout, is able to hop forward, takes out the Renekton, and takes down the game. Game 2 will go to Genji, and we've got a series on our hands. Game number 3. As we take a look at the damage, Pays is on top. We've seen Callista games where she's kind of sitting at the bottom and the mid lane's carrying. She's got like 5k DPS, even her support can do more. Not in this one.
Nope.
Wasn't one of these games.
Metro, I imagine that it's just going to be a more aggressive AD version of Senna. Please do ensure that you get Black Cleaver because item was definitely...
But we're ready, guys. The top of the rift for game number 3.
Well, that is the best Ornn skin. I don't know what more I can say about it. I am so excited. Sorry, Velvet. I have to talk about Janitor Fresh and the steal actually comes up huge.
Yeah.
So because Viper was able to get a couple of the, or at least deny the smoke grabs to Canyon, does it look like Canyon gonna have their? Oh my God, he's just gonna soak. But
yeah.
They do know. Oh, he doesn't actually hit it. He's just gonna dive. He doesn't have.
Look at his XP. Okay, kill the minions. All right,
so silly.
Kill some of the minions. No, they're just gonna go for the dive. They do force the TP. Lahens. He's
not even
burning
close.
over there, but he's out. He's okay.
That was a bunch of silly stuff there, Velda. So Canyon doesn't actually hit free, but without E, like you can't dive.
Yeah, he's just gonna go for that. Forces the flash. Can he kill him under the turret? Oh, Peanut's gonna miss the Q, but it doesn't matter. Peanut though will go down, and that is a trade back. And Toby's got TP.
That's just.
와 지훈아 미쳤니?
Enough damage to actually kill the Nasus. So because of Chovy having Prio, he's able to then go into his own vision, spot Peanut so that they have the response ready. Because if Keen gets dove on that huge wave, like he'll be able to TP back, get most of it, but that could be a great way for Humble Life to kind of equalize the top half gap. As Kenyon is a level down and doesn't have a lot of health.
Yeah, he's gonna get a lot of his Raptors, but now Peanut's like, okay, I'm just going in there.
Element time. But they had the roam, so they are going to be able to get themselves...
Level your E or anything, you can just sit there and level your Q. You get it off cooldown very easily. There's really nobody who's pressuring you at all, and it just allows you to stack even faster. It's just so comfy, just incredibly strong, especially if a team fight breaks down. He can have kind of his Zeri moments, not the same amount of mobility, but now he's got a little moment in the top side here as Cassante is in a lot of trouble. Nice all out here from Doran, actually gets into the turret and he will survive. Just, you know, Cassante things, I guess. I'm curious to see how that looks as this game comes along. We'll take a look at what Doran says in the gank.
나 살았어.
I live.
나 테리서 나 테리서.
And you gotta...
They drafted their first 2 picks are Ashe and Corki. It's immediate priority on the best carries that are available on the patch. And so they're going to have enough damage, obviously.
As Kraken is now done for Pace. And once those 2 Triforces are done, I imagine Genji's going to look a lot more active on the map. I like the productivity from Humble Life, though. They're clearly not afraid as they set up for this objective. Might have a full contest from through both Doran and Chovy backing with TP Canyon. And they're just going to dip.
Yep. Just saying hello, waving his little, this is like a chainsaw. You still got to give them a decent amount of credit when the game does go late. Here comes the Rift Heralds. And you take a look at this turret. I mean, a charge and maybe an auto. Yeah, wow, just right on the money. There it is, enough damage, and here comes the Rift Herald now. Gonna just go through the enemy jungle. Be very safe about this, even gets a knockup on a Lahens. Why not? And there's the crash into the bottom lane turret, and a TP even onto Shelly. That's going to give a little bit of extra hitting time into that one. Here comes Canyon, but they're not able to do much. The arrow also going to sail wide. Here comes a TP, though, from Keen as they want to get the fight going, but Lahens is in a lot of trouble. Doran even lower, though, as now Peanut has to get out of there. Big engage from the side of Zeka, but just trying to disengage, actually, for his team. The wall keeps everybody on the other side. Humble Life Esports, they get away with it, but I'm not sure about them fighting for the stray.
They're going to give over Soul Point. Is that worth it?
No.
I'm going to say no. If it was an Ocean Soul, maybe. If Peanut can get a great smite, that would be something. We'll see. Zeka did TP back in. Lahens is low.
Yeah. Humble Life realized that they really need to make a stand on this one, and the Senna healing, as you mentioned, is pretty huge. Chovy, big hit with the 2 soldiers. And now all of a sudden it's turning into a flip. Who's gonna get it? It goes to Peanut. He's the one with the faster smite and this time around.
Get bot out, or sorry, get mid outer, get bot outer. And things are not looking bad here, Valdez.
Doran trying to go all out onto an Asus. I'm not sure if he wins this one, but Cassante is Cassante. 1Q will do it though. And here comes Peanut to save. No, it doesn't save him. And Keen, even fighting against the fight, nearly kills Peanut. And you really got to respect that Nasus, guys. Genji into a Baron to really get away with this game. So take another look in on this one.
Watch the outplay. So he's Nasus. And Q. Q.
Said we're fighting. Got him.
Also Buckler. Doran ends up being not too bad, but are we...
There's a lot of people here, Keen. Does he care? He's got a TP coming in and an Ash Arrow, but the Light's able to get out of there, has Mikhail's as well. And now Doran just on the run on the Cassante, but there's a Skarner coming in. Keen also trying to fight up top side, but the Senna ult with the all-out onto Canyon. Big Impale, but no follow-up, and now trying to kill Doran, but Canyon's getting low himself. They're not able to take down Doran. Life Esports on the front foot here. They are going to get on top of Canyon, take him down. Zeka going too close to the sun there, eats a Q. And a bunch of damage from Jovi, but still a pretty nice scrappy fight here from Ham.
Available, but I don't know if that's enough.
Look at the damage to this one. They are going to take it down, and Genji just don't have an answer to get in. There's the TP, but it's way too late. And that is an early Baron going the way of Life Esports, and they are the ones running away with the mid-game.
There's bounties, Valdez.
Yeah, I mean, Genji are pretty massively behind. Life Esports now, they've got the pockets. They've got so much gold ahead of their opponents that...
Nash as well. Canyon is already quite chunked. We'll have to see a crazy ult from Lahenzir to make this work.
Yeah, also the poke is really not sticking because they still do have the Senna. And now trying to get on top of Doran, and the CC layering is huge. He's able to buffer finally, and Mikhails comes out to help him out a bit. And now Ornn gonna call the horn, but this is a very broken up fight now as the Impale totally gonna win, but it goes to Canyon! He takes down the objective. Peanut gets burned to a crisp, and nobody on the side of Papa to go in second. No, he's gonna dive to his death, and Doran goes down as well. Genji, they stay calm, they stay collected, and they take a big team fight.
Where Zeka in particular, I think, has the shred available to just chew through. Right now, that's not the case.
Yeah, he's alone.
Murder him.
Yeah, flash over that one, and Zeka's just dead. I mean, the arrow flies past, and even a Senna ult to try to help, but you were never going to help him.
He is the most important Shuriman on the Rift here today, okay? There is no one else. As we take a look, it's very straightforward. With the Wither, you're always going to be able to get on top of him as long as you flash over the ult.
I think I got him.
He did. And we go, cool. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
We have seen this man have great performances, but right now, not so much, as he really isn't bothered. Maybe it should be a little? He doesn't have ult.
Yeah, he doesn't have ult. That's the biggest thing. He also doesn't have flash. He's just trying to just sit here and take the turret. What is this, solo queue? He's going to live. And now we got an engage, a big Ornhorn. But again, here for Life Esports, they don't really have the follow-up. They get some nice CCs, they get some engages, but nothing happens afterwards.
I haven't really seen it thus far. As Lahens doesn't need to be in the fight. We've been over this, but we'll be fine.
Peanut, oh, he's going to get hooked, or rather hit by the arrow, but no Impale follow-up here from Canyon. Not going to hit that one. And Peanut's able to just get Mikhails and walk away. And so now we got a little fight brewing here as Genji and Life Esports, they want to go for this one. A massive Renata ult is going to hit 4, but that is engaged Renata. And it looks like it might work out this time around. Delight just alone in the front line and no follow-up, no damage into the guys on the side of Genji. As Doran super low, looks like he finally gets taken out. Chovy just going to get him with a missile. And that should do it. Should give the Infernal Soul to Genji.
Seems like a distant memory, Valdez. Is now Lahens. Oh, no. Oh, Peanut.
Yep. Hand shook. And now he's dead. Nowhere to go. No vision. Just desperation to try to get in there. And now, you know, we talked a lot about damage in this game between these two comps. Genji, they're scaling as well.
They're good.
They have a couple of great carries that love damage as well, that have 3 items, and they have Infernal Soul. And they can kill desperately trying to kill one Nasus. How can they deal with the rest of the team? As mid-dash, Zeka gonna get hit by an arrow, very nicely aimed, and there's the Impale as well. Renata follow-up, and everybody's just being killed now.
Oh, Zek got that flash. That's not what you want, Valdez. But I don't think that flash is what decides this game. This one all goes down to the one fight. And a couple of picks found by this Nasus in particular.
Yep, looks like maybe this one is just done. And Chovy, he says, yeah, I can do damage. I'll take you down, Viper. And he's going to do exactly that. The Orn comes in, and that's a bunch of CC on the Keen, but again, he just doesn't really care. He's got a Triforce, and he's got tank items, and nobody can really kill him. Peanut goes in, desperately trying to take out Chovy. Will not be able to do that, as the bailout is not going to be able to get it, but it does not matter. The Nexus will fall for Game 3 in favor of Gen G as they take a 2-1 lead. The series, they were going to try some new things, and they were going to try to mix it up against Gen G. It was clear, I mean, they had a very big lead as well. Don't forget that. They almost ran away with this game. It was like 7,000 gold, but one lost team fight just ruined everything for them.
We also barely talked about Chovy, who did 35k damage. Which...
I mean, that's the thing.
He wasn't the main character, but like that's the point with Gen G. I
don't know.
You guys can't see my expression, but Veldis can, which is why.
It's not a very happy one.
And
so you saved R5 counter pick.
I'm gonna again say
success in the past will work in Game 4. Let's find out right now. Lock it in there, and then you have an opportunity to use it.
Blitz is in so many ways an old champion, but I feel like his mana costs are like the best example.
This is the swap. Ziggs in the top lane. Not going to do as much damage as the bottom laners will. That's just the way it works. No matter what champs you've got up there, that's the way that lane swaps have been quote-unquote nerfed, even though we get more lane swaps than not lane swaps. Flash, no cleanse obviously for Viper. He's got TP on the Ziggs. As Lehens is going in, here comes Canyon, the flash and the roots, and the knockup comes in after the Viper flash and a block here. And the satchel with the hook comes in! Max range! And Viper will be taken down, and they give the first blood to FaZe.
Gank. Absolutely huge.
직스 노려도 그냥 직스 W 없어.
As Lions is the one calling it. Go on Ziggs.
Says Ziggs doesn't have W, which is the satchel. He was actually...
와야지. 형이잖아.
I think he said. I think referring to his hook.
It's also Lions and Viper have obviously played together so
yeah.
Makes it even funnier.
He's just, you know, it's a little subtle.
It's one of the
fun talk against Viper.
Doesn't have flash.
Yeah. He does have some teammates, but there's the Zeri, and a lot of damage is going into Canyon. That is going to be a Zeri moment, but the hook comes in, and Zeka pretty low. The damage, Jin actually does have a bit, and now the Lion in a bit of trouble, but Viper is going to come over and help heal.
Chovy's 6.
Yeah, Chovy's still getting in there. Doing a nice amount of damage, really escorting.
This time around, Gen G will be securing a lot of these early objectives.
Yeah, it feels very nice for them. Deny the grubs, get ahead. The first streak still on the cards, but it's...
And what normally happens, and why in theory we really like this combo is, okay.
Doran in a lot of trouble here. He's going to have to flash away, but that is Cassante who is all outed. Doran will dodge the Q3, but has to flash to get out of that one.
Yeah, I actually was wondering whether Keen wanted to flash to try and get a reposition, guarantee that a hit is... Oh no.
Well, okay. They're actually going to back into the bush. Thought they would try to collapse onto, you know, level 4 Leona. But they're just going to let the light come to them. That's the combo they get in onto Canyon. He's able to disengage, but Chovy already has a kill. Down will go FaZe, but Peanut will have to trade one. Zeka going kind of crazy here on the Zeri. Will pick up a couple of kills and open up that fight very nicely.
Big win for Humble Life there.
Like, the fact that they know exactly where Leona is and that the light has to respect the blitz hook means that you just control so much more space.
I don't know about this, Hanwha. I feel like we're a little bit late to the play.
They are very late to the party. Ingo's Peanut alone, and they get a big Ziggs ult on top of everyone, but the follow-up is just so low, but now Zeka gets into that back line. Does he have the damage? He's got to do it all by himself. I mean, he's alone there with Delight, and Delight nearly dies, but they just turn onto the Zeri. Lehens, super low, gets taken out, but the snipe there onto Delight is big. And now Doran is going to go down as well. Humble Esports definitely overstepping their bounds in this one, and Pays just gets to do whatever he wants. Another root comes down, and Viper.
He's running!
He does, I mean, Jin is just so fast. I don't know if Viper can do much. Yeah, that's the cue to come through. The grenade gets him down. And that fight as a whole was just not the right call for Humble Esports, and Gen G immediately fire back.
Oh, Hanwha. As you're saying, I don't think that investment was necessary.
Down there, but the team call was probably, no, you come up here, we're gonna fight this. And somebody didn't like that.
Yeah, I mean,
that's my read, just based on the one ping, but
yeah, we don't know, right?
yeah.
It's not, teleport's always going to be a team call. So it's not about Viper, it's about Hanwha Life as a team. That play,
Yeah.
I think, is going to haunt them if they do end up dropping this upper bracket final to Gen G. And right now, it's feeling pretty likely, Valdez. I'm not going to lie.
Hey, this is just like, the Ziggs team is supposed to be the one taking on the turrets, but Gen G are just so far ahead after a couple of team fights that just doesn't matter. And
High value
Pays,
Drakes are also already taken away. So if this ends up being a chem sack, I don't think Hanwha Life's going to be too bothered by this dragon specifically.
Blitz shield value.
Yes, that is true. Sante as well.
Yeah.
Use
You
it.
gotta lock it, you know?
빨강팀이 드래곤을 처치했습니다.
No, it's Ocean Soul. A lot of poke from the Corki or the Ziggs, depending on what side you're on. Obviously, Jin, factor in.
We're going really hard on this.
This is a Cassante. I don't know if they can kill him. The all-out, and Keen is just kind of 1v4ing. He's got a lot of help with his teammates from the jungle, as everybody from Mama Life is here, and they're actually able to turn this one around. They take down both Keen and Lehens, and Pays, unfortunately, by himself, not able to trade enough back. They fed Jin, but they've also got Chovy on Corki, who is still just hanging out and farming and getting very big himself. That's a Maokai ultimate, even gonna force a flash.
Yeah, he doesn't have cleanse, right? So like if he gets tagged by that, he just dies. He gets the entire team with him.
Yeah, it's Gen G who are engaging, actually, and there's the root. That is going to be a hook, and it's a Leona, but it just doesn't matter. It could have been anyone. And now Humble Esports, they don't have anywhere to go, so they just have to fight 4v5, make it 3v5. And Gen G, they're going to have this Jin to open up and continue with the hooks. And there you go, the knock-up as Doran gets in front of it, says, get down, Mr. President, but Doran is also going to be taken out. And down he goes. Viper as well just takes a couple of shots from Jovin. He's out of the game. This one, Chronicler, is looking very solid for Gen G.
And that's that Maokai Blitz combo that we never got to see in game number one, where it just feels kind of crazy how good. Oh, no. They don't know.
They don't know. And look at the damage that comes out from Chovy. That's going to be the end of the Zeri. Now they're all alone here, 2v3, as everybody on the side of Humble Esports trying to get in. And Gen G, they say, yeah, you know what? We don't need that Baron. Let's just go kill them again. And that they will. Down will go Delight. Another double for the side of Pays.
What I'm certain is going to be a pretty good boom damage vote.
That's a quality one. You know, at least Jin's got some extra utility in his kit, at least. Keen is kind of all alone here, and the follow-up from the Ziggs is big. Pays, he's the main carry. He's going to walk away from this wall somehow, and now he's going to open up with his ult here, do a bit of damage. Chovy finally gets on over. It's almost like this fight kind of surprised Gen G, and you saw Keen kind of got roped into it, wasn't able to get away, so Humble Esports get one kill.
That's not bad.
They really can't give Ocean Soul away, but here comes the engage. That's the combo. The lockdown from the Jin is not going to hit, but it's not going to matter either. Delight goes down, and now we got the curtains coming out here as well. Peanut's all alone in the front line, and Pays is just sniping people from screens away as Chovy is able to front line. Look at that. Oh no, the root comes down, and Doran flashes just to die. And that's going to be 4 kills. A triple already for Pays, and Canyon barely is going to get away. That will be the Ocean Soul to the side of Gen G.
Oh, Viper does get away with it. No vision there, otherwise they could have gotten him.
펜타.
Penta.
까비.
If they didn't get the, I actually think they would have chased for Viper.
Yeah.
100%. For the Penta, you have to.
Yeah, it's Jin as well. I mean, how many times is that going to happen? Delight, Yeah, he's dead. I'm not sure if he's trying to bait or what, but then Viper's going to hook, so he baits his 80 carry Ziggs. But now getting into the back line, they might be able to take that pace. No! They're able to peel for him just barely. And Zeka, unfortunately, he's been fed this whole game, but he's just not able to play the game. One shot comes in. Lahens.
Come on, Lahens.
They're like waiting for him to get a hook. He doesn't have it up yet. Finally gets it. And maybe now? No, Zeka's gonna cower behind the turret. What else can you do? As he is alone in the stop side.
This is to me very similar. CC was still adding extra damage with the flowers.
Viper doesn't seem to have a satchel. That's the root from miles away. And there you go. He is dead. As Legendary, again, is Pays, and he's got 16 kills. Zonya's here for Jovi, you point out.
That's
Very
not
nice.
a thing anymore.
It is now. It is when you've got oodles and boodles of extra cash that you can just throw away into fantastic items. I'm a big Zonya's fan, if you didn't know. Here comes Gen G, looking for the final push to end the series and book their ticket to Gyeongju and be in our grand finals here for LCK Summer 2024. We'll see if they could do exactly that. One shot could do it on a Zeka, but he's going to get escorted out by Peanut. And the turrets are basically paper, and they don't even have a Ziggs. One last try from HLE Esports. They throw themselves into it, as Zeka actually will take out Keen in the fountain, who brought himself into the fountain. And now Zeka does eventually go down. Doran not able to solo a Jhin as Jax. And that's going to do it, guys. Game number 4 will go into the hands of Gen G. One last hook from Lahens onto Viper, just to really send the message and send him home for now to wait in the lower bracket. Gen G will be your first team in the grand finals.
Scary. It's a little unfair. At least they're in the LCK. Seems like Gen G still reigns supreme. That game number 1 really gave us hope, but